So when you see all these things, and there was no movement, so people cannot even move far away for fear of being arrested and be asked where are they going to. So everything that was done on Saturday was not an election, please. It wasn't. Seriously. It wasn't an election. Those who benefited from this infamy, they should be ashamed of themselves because they organized and orchestrated it. Why can't we do things, especially when it comes to politics in Lagos? Why can't it be decent for once? I mean, decent. Free and fair election, what will it take? Yet, you will come and tell me that you people are making progress, it's a state of excellence, this and that. Look, if you get victory through the back door, through fraud, that thing is not victory. Don't celebrate it, it's not victory. I learned that the APC cleared all the 20... So, what kind of victory is that? When you have made it impossible for others to participate, and you say you don't want a one-party state, you don't want you're a Democrat. Where is the democracy here?
But it's not different from what happened in Rivers State, where AP at the time cleared all the seats before they asked for a scheduled election in the state. Is it any different? Is it any different from what happened in Akwa Ibom as well?
What is very important here is, Moses, don't allow bad precedent to be set. Others will copy it. That is the issue here. Who started all these things? Especially this idea of severance package for former governors. Where did it start? Did you not see that other states started copying it until some state assembly resisted it? When something that is untowards happen, let us condemn it because of the far-reaching implication. This thing that's going on in Lagos here, people have copied it as the norm. They have seen it as the normal thing that should happen. That if the state is for a particular political party, therefore no other person should exist in that state. Is that what democracy is all about? Please, somebody should answer me. It is becoming too, in fact, I don't know how to describe that of Lagos. Apart from that, people were threatened as usual. People were threatened as usual not to come out to vote. What does that tell you? In a state that claims to be the center of excellence. It's very, very sad. I will not celebrate this as victory until they answer that woman that said they should cancel this election. I will not celebrate it. Seriously. They didn't win any election.
Comrade Destiny and Abulele, what are your thoughts on this one?
Totally with the lawyer there. I think the problem we have in this country, when we're supposed to speak, we don't speak. He has said so many things. I think many of the anomalies, fraud, call it whatever, that we are experiencing in any and other states, they're being copied from Lagos. That's why for once, I'm a little bit worried. You know, I said it, I think I said it was this platform. I said it was a miscalculation. I used the word miscalculation for us to have President Tinubu as the president of this country. The worst is yet to come. I'm sorry to say.
Exactly.
In terms of, in a desperado manner. What you have seen. See, Moses, it's at times, if you have seen what happened in Edo, oh my, it was a testosterone. What's going to happen 2027?
Exactly.
If you what happened in Edo, I was somewhere in Abuja. They said the worst election so far in the history of this country is Edo election. Just last week here, from a very prominent Nigerian. In a commando, they unleashed their arsenal to survive the will and aspiration of the people. They command the rack center from the unit to rack center.
Exactly.
That's the local government. They command them to ANEC office, to state ANEC office. The result they announced, there is no originating. The lawyer is there. There is no primary source. It is local government, no unit results. So that's why for me, ADC, I'm appealing to them. I'm in love with them. But if they know they can't stand the heat, they shouldn't come close to the kitchen. If they know they can't do fire for fire, they should not just prepare for 2027 election. As a player, as an actor in a 2024 election, I'm talking. I've been since that beginning till the Supreme Court. I've been active. There's nothing you will tell me. So I'm appealing to ADC. If they can't stand the heat, they should not come close to election because the 2027 election, they have been They have been practicalizing it. They have been having a mock. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, the problem in the secondary school, we had mock exam before the main exam. They have been having a mock exams.
Exactly. So they should be prepared. With all these things,
I'm coming, Mr. Moses. I wouldn't want the situation that, okay, we are going to court, want to go and challenge it. From there, I will wash my hands off. Because you shouldn't expect anything from the court.
All right, comrade. Honorable, with all these things that you've cited, and also the outcome of the Lagos elections, outcome of last year, are these pointers to what to expect in 2027? Barrister, are these pointers, honorable, are these pointers? Is it okay for Nigerians to, hands up and say, look, it is done? There's really nothing anybody can do.
The alternative is anarchy. Moses, the alternative is anarchy. It's not everybody that have time to come here every day and be speaking grammar, analyzing issues. Some people may not have the stomach for this type of thing. African leaders, AU, say that they don't want coup, But you are calling for coup by your action, your utterances and everything. Go and check. 90% of the coup that happen in Africa is because of electoral dispute. 90%, go and check. Where leaders will not allow free and fair election. Go and check. This thing is saying in Edo State now, do you even know the words? The court, appeal court said, we agreed there was overvoting, but you could not prove it. I'm telling you.
I'd like you to hold that thought. Appeal court and the Edo elections, appeal court not being able to prove it. Let's hold our thought as we run to Edo State now. I beg your pardon.
In fact, if I had an important thing to do that day and they stopped me, I would have challenged it in court. Let them come and tell me where it is written that if you are conducting any election for that matter, that I should not move. When you allow this thing, they take it for granted. There is no reason for you to be ordinary local government election and everybody was restricted. For what?
Well,
for what?
That's still how we conduct elections in Nigeria.
No, it is wrong. So. It is wrong. This is the local. Why should I be restricted? Do you know how much you lost that day? And people that were even put in a very disadvantaged position that particular day for that 10 hours. Do you know how much we lost economically? Over what? You would have told us that you have announced the result. The APC clear.
Nigeria hasn't gotten to that point where elections can be going on and people just move around their business, go to work, they'll take time out during their break to go cast their votes. Please.
This one that they do in Ghana. Remember Ghana election?
Nigeria hasn't gotten to that.
Hold on. I don't want to hear some of this. Is Nigeria separate from the rest of the humanity? No, tell me, are we not part of the human race?
Well, Barrister, let's go to Benin. We have Rhoda Johnny on the streets of Benin to a sample opinion of Nigerians from the newspaper stand. Rhoda, good morning to you.
So come with us. Let's find out what they are reacting to. What
different strokes for different folks, they say. Oh well, let's continue with. Yes, Barrister, you were saying something about the Court of Appeal in Edo State.
Good.
Yes, let's speak.
Yeah, the Court of Appeal said that it is true that there was overvoting as alleged by Igodalo, but they cannot prove it. I said, what kind of thing is this, for God's sake? You as a court, you have seen that an electoral infraction has been committed. If you give your judgment based on that, who will challenge you?
You are. I mean, that's your terrain.
That's what I'm saying. That will tell you the infamy.
What you're able to prove in court.
No, they have already proved it that yes, there was overvoting, but he's telling us that they could not. I don't understand. It's very contradictory. The man told you there's overvoting, and they have already said the court, you have recognized that there was overvoting. So if they did not prove it, how did you not know as a court? Tell me, did you go to the voting unit? How did you know there was a voting as a court if they did not prove it? Very, very contradictory. I don't know where this wisdom came from. Based on that, you're supposed to do the needful so that people will learn a lesson. And you now took it to the Supreme Court and they validated it. And you are telling me that we still have a court. No, look at it. The man had told, look, there was overvoting as alleged, and he proved it. And you said that he could not prove it. I don't know how else. I don't know how else to prove a point. I don't know how else. So if you have recognized that fact, why not give judgment based on the facts before you? Based on the facts before you as a court. My brother, we are in a, you know, I told everybody who cared to listen, as long as Tinubu told the APC, do you want Edo State? And they said, yes, he said, I will give you Edo State. So which court will now reverse what Tinubu have already decreed? Which court will reverse what Tinubu have decreed? That is where we are going in 2027. That's where we are going. So when they told you, we don't want a one-party state, but the people that said that we need opposition, have you allowed opposition to even breed? In that of Labour Party, the court ruled that, look, Abure is not his time have expired. He should vacate that office. INEC refused to recognize that judgment for reasons best known to them. And now the man is hobnobbing with Wike. A Labour Party chairman hobnobbing with a Wike.
But doesn't he have freedom of association?
Yes, I know, yeah. The people he associated with, we saw how it ended. The people he associated with in PDP, we saw what happened there. That's what we are talking about. So APC is doing everything they can to destroy democracy in Nigeria. Moses, quote me. The facts are there. Why are they interested in the opposition party and their affairs? Why are they? Why are they creating problem for them? This thing that INEC chairman is doing with Labour Party, if Tinubu is a Democrat, he would have ordered him, Mr. Man, you are causing problem for me now. Why not recognize Supreme Court judgment? What is the problem with you? I expected Tinubu to tell that man, that INEC, to recognize what the Supreme Court said if they are not interested in what's going on in Labour Party. And for that reason, Abure is now, hobnobbing somebody whose term of office have expired because he had the power that be behind him. My brother, we are in a very deep mess. People will not see it coming. It is in 2027 when it now becomes obvious. They say, how did it happen? How did we get to this place? Who did this to us? You are looking at it now. You are looking at it. People that are supposed to talk, they will not come out and talk.
All right, so Barrister, I mean, this is not question and answer, but then I'm thinking, are you pointing to the fact that the people don't have the rights, the right to the ownership of voting, has left the people?
Where is it? Where is the your vote doesn't count?
Barrister, no, don't say that.
Even in ordinary local government election, where there was no voting, they brought results.
Barrister, don't say
Moses,
yes.
Where there was no voting, they brought results.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Let me quickly add to what the barrister said. I think barrister is an Edo man. You understand what transpired in Edo. You see, people in the court, well, we presented beavers. And we subpoenaed they brought beavers. Right. And the court said that it was done. We did not operate. But the PDP member did not operate the beaver. It was INEC. The audience now lies on the court to say, okay, INEC will operate and show us. See, so that's exactly where I was talking from. See, there are so many, loopholes. There are so many, what some would refer to as a boo-boo that cannot make sense to the ordinary thinking. I'm a realist. I understand even Barrister is a realist. That's the way he's talking, the way he's talking. I've said it earlier. There have been series of mocks. And I've advised ADC, if they cannot stand the heat, they should not just go close to the kitchen. It is like what is coming up in Edo now. We're having a by-election where the INEC governor and the deputy left to fill in the gaps. That's senatorial and the rest of my federal constituency. I have advised my party that we need to boycott the election by way of protest. That from what has happened in the election and in the court of appeal, we no longer have trust in the process. We need to start protesting now before it gets to 2027. Otherwise, it will likely to what my grandmother said, that a man is after a snake will be on the run, and the snake you after will be on the run. That's what 2027 will look like. You can take that to the bank. I'd like to take it down. I'm not a prophet of doom. I think the barrister said it just now. That what can stop this gangster in the federal, in the government, in the center, it is anarchy. And Obasanjo once said it, that the only thing that will sit this president is war, or likely to war. We must call a spade. There has never been how will I put it, a revolution without the bloodshed. Otherwise, it's not a revolution.
All right, but we are not calling. Are we on video?
No, we are not calling.
I'm not calling.
We are not calling. Don't misconstrue me.
No, it's okay.
Don't misconstrue me. The point I'm driving at. See, if you fail to make sacrifice today, that which you fail to make sacrifice will be the sacrifice tomorrow. That's what I'm saying.
It's true. All right then. Well, let's touch on a few other headlines away from
Moses, please, before you continue, please, I want to ask you, those who refuse the peaceful change, what will they now receive at the end of the day? Is it not a violent change? You can't have the two now.
All right then. We'll keep that one in the archive. We'll keep that one as, well, those who refuse peaceful change will have forceful change. Barrister?
Yeah.
Okay.
It has happened over time in history.
All right then. Okay. Contractors to shut down FCT roads in protest against indebtedness. Some contractors in Abuja are complaining that they haven't been paid. Now, we hear, the report has it that fresh crisis is brewing in the FCT as indigenous contractors have vowed to shut down critical roads in Abuja during the week in protest over alleged 10 months of unpaid contract fees. Now, they claim that many of their contracts had been certified. Now, the contractors, mostly local firms that executed maintenance services such as cleaning, street light maintenance, security services, and other infrastructural projects, accused the FCT administration of deliberate sabotage, despite repeated appeals and documented evidence of job completion. They claim the FCT has turned a deaf ear while they sink deeper into debt. Meanwhile, we saw how elaborate the FCT minister's campaign was for the commissioning of projects. He was elaborate. It was on every major newspaper, the cover page of every major newspaper. And I asked someone who was a former editor in one of the papers how much each one would cost, and I was told it's in the millions for each publication. It's in the millions, and I'm not talking one figure million. I'm talking two figure millions, And we saw it was like that for about 3 to 4 weeks on every major paper, on the cover page. But then teachers were not being paid. I'm sure they have been paid now. I think they found a way to settle that. Local contractors are complaining that they've also not been paid for 10 months. Comrade, Honorable Destiny and Abulele.
I think it was another sister station. I told them that these razzmatazz, with utmost humility, my senior friend Wike has a way of, bamboozle the people, with utmost humility. Yes, I have. If you look at what happened in FCT, so the charade by way of commissioning, it was in multi-millions in doing all of that. And at any rate, are you aware that none of these projects that are being initiated by this present administration, it is an ongoing project, like the ICC, for instance, and other roads networks in Abuja. It has been ongoing, and we are using such amount, according to my son, such humongous amount to do commissioning, and abandoning the contractors. You see how we are misplaced. With utmost humility, we are misplaced in Nigeria. It is very, very, very unfortunate.
Indeed.
What you ought to have planned your money to achieve results, you have abandoned it, and you are not doing hallelujah and song praising. It was in this platform I said it. I said we have hallelujah projects, what we will refer to as political projects. There are certain projects that an average the core politicians will not delve into, because they know that it will not bring them to the limelight. They cannot sing hallelujah with it or sing political. They are not political projects. Majority of them are conduit pipes to siphon the people's collective patrimony for their own detriment, selfish interest. So for us as the people, that's got to show that there is a problem with this present administration. If you can abandon the contractors that are doing the work, and you're not going ahead to be saying using Nigerian collective patrimony to be singing
Is it campaign?
Oh well. Well, let's Barrister, you want to react, because I don't think.
Yes, because when these things are going on, gullible Nigerians were praising Wike, and I was laughing. I said, yes, Wike is a showman, is a businessman. He should have been very good in show business. He knows how to cut the press, to hoodwink the public. Very good at that. How can you spend 3 weeks commissioning a project? Are you the one that built the whole world? Meanwhile, the real people who did the work, we are owing them. and he's very proud of it. Now that they have protested and all that, they will now call them for payment and all that. These are projects that have been certified. So these people are not just talking. Where is their money? You are boasting that you have done this or done that or done that. If you are owing the people who actually built it, then you have not done any work. You see, Moses, these particular people, they don't have any respect or regard for you as a human being. I have discovered that APC, they just want to use you and dump. Whenever they need you again, they come and say, come and take this loaf of bread. They will now use you and then dump you again. That has been their modus operandi. Look at it. The people they used in the last election in Lagos State, are they not the same people they mobilized yesterday? I've been there for yesterday for the election. That one is over. In the next 3 or 4 years now, they'll go and call them again. So the day the people will wake up and ask, borrow their self-sense, this nonsense will end. You know, I've already told you, whenever a madman realizes that he's naked, that day the madness will stop. I pray that this thing doesn't degenerate into something else. Because humanity are the same all over the world. Let this APC go and look at what happened to Russia in 1718 and that of in French in 1759. Let them go and look at what happened to them. You study, history is there to teach you a lesson, but men don't learn. I don't know how long APC think that they can continue to enslave Nigerians in the name of administration, and they think they will remain quiet. It's a matter of time before something will give. It may be just a small spark like this, like NSAS, and the whole place will... So the earlier they take care of themselves in the way they do things, the better. Because the world has moved on. We are now in a 21st century. When you cough in your bedroom, somebody will hear it in America. So this thing that they are doing, thinking that they will use their power on the people. One day the people say, no, we are no longer with you. That's the truth. All these local champions they are doing here, all these local champions, when they go outside there, they can't even talk to any world leader. You see them, they will humble themselves. But when they come here, they start acting like a god.
But the president was, was in Brazil.
And what did he do there? What did he come back with? Since he came back, did he tell you what he came back with? Is this the first time he's going for a breeze? What did we benefit? What are we producing? Every time you just go, even when you are not invited, you go there to go and observe what they are doing. After that, you come back. Tell me what we are benefiting from all these visits all over the place. Mention one thing in David, Moses, to tell you that these guys, they are just there to waste our money. Just waste money for nothing. Students are at home, teachers are at home in Abuja with their teachers. And you go now carry that money to go and give scholarship to a country that is not more than 180,000 naira, 80,000 people. Please, how can somebody rationalize this for God's sake? Even America, with all their money and power and wealth, they don't do such for the Christmas that Americans will be lacking something. The same thing they are lacking. You now take it to go and give somebody else. That president will leave office that day in America. They will impeach him. They will impeach him because it is inexplicable. I don't know what they have done to Nigeria that they don't even know their right again. Okay. Nobody protests. Nobody say anything.
We're closing home now. Right. Comrade Destiny and Abulele, let's have your concluding conversation, you know.
Yeah, you see, the lawyer said something that is very fascinating just now. That the president went to, is it not St. Lucia?
St. Lucia, yes.
So what did he come with? He came up with a US-led hammer on Nigeria by a series of tasks and reducing and the immigration law being altered. So for us, we must be very careful with who we associate with. That is it. So it is disturbing that you see Nigeria at this day and age, that is with international diplomacy. Right from the session of this country.
The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tuga, has said
I don't think
the sanctions on Nigeria may not necessarily be because of Nigeria's association with BRICS. He has said it's because the US wants Nigeria to accept Venezuelan prisoners and the rest.
Mr. Moses, let me quickly say this. I know for sure that we don't have history in our curriculum. That's why we are doing this.
We're absolutely out of time, but let's.
You see, if we keep on same way and expect a different result, it is insanity. Right from the session of this country, we have been playing a Father Christmas without say, okay, I'm going to do this XYZ. What is return? even as mighty as United States of America. They don't assist you without having anything in return.
All right, then. Well, this is how far that will be.